Discipline starts in the morning. The moment you open your eyes, you face a choice.
You ready for me, Billy, or you want to go ahead and run it?
1 second. Oh, I need co-host.
Oh, so Mr. Rustin is going to have to give you that, I believe, because I'm a co-host as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
The other thing I have to tell you tonight is that a little bit of business. I have a new podcast coming out. It's called.
Okay.
Okay, you got it.
First 2 episodes come out next week on Monday, or if you subscribe to MSN, you get those.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Glad to see each one of you here. We're going to hear from Mr. Grant Cordon just a little bit.
I have 5 companies now. We'll do 100 million this year. I started every one of those companies with no money. Zero money, man. Just hustle and grit and courage. I've called on people I didn't want to be with. I've done things I didn't want to do, okay? It is not about doing what you love. It's about doing whatever it takes to make your dreams a reality, to be closed and stay closed. If you're not closed on your product, if you're not buying your own product, why would you expect anybody else to? Man, $400 is a lot of money. Your prospect says to you, $400, do it. Listen to me, man. You're 32 years old. You've been trying to save money for 20 years and you hadn't. Do it and do it now. I don't need anything special here. I'm not going to be empathetic. Quit being stupid. Write the check. I don't know if the compliance guy likes that or not. But I know this. Look, if you believe in what you're selling, how many of you believe in what you're selling? Then close the deal. Then close the deal, okay? Learn to close and you'll never be without work. You'll never be without money. You'll have an organization that is booming in affluence. You'll have a pipeline full. You'll have appointments filled up, right? I call it, a group called me yesterday. I'm actually trying to do a deal with CNBC, and the guy says, I'm interested. I said, good, I'll be there tomorrow. Call me back. I'm flying into New York tomorrow. What am I trying to do right now? By the way, I was supposed to be here today. I'll fly into New York tomorrow. I can be there tomorrow, Mr. Ackerman. Okay, how does that work? I can't do tomorrow. I was going to be here anyway, man. I'm trying to close the deal. Let me close the deal. I'll figure out how to be in 2 places at one time later. Right? Some of you in the room, they're like, hey, I can see you at 4 o'clock on Tuesday, right? And the customer says to you, I'll see you at 4 o'clock on Tuesday too. Let me look at my calendar. Like you're so busy. Dude, that is so old. That is so old. And it's dishonest. It's dishonest, man. You want to see me Tuesday, 4 o'clock? I give you Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Agree to it. Done. Done. I'll call you if something changes. If there's an earthquake between now and next Tuesday morning, there's a massive earthquake and I can't be there. You think everybody will understand it? Commit first, figure the rest out later. Close the deal right now. Fill your calendar up. Your calendar's got the devil all over it. White space on a calendar and you will meet the devil. You don't need to die, okay? You go 2 or 3 days without anything going on, how many of you start having doubts? You're in hell. Oh my God, this ain't gonna work for me. There's nobody coming in. I'm not gonna hit my target. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'll lower my target. Dude, that's the devil doing that, man. That's a criminal. Never, ever, if you're taking notes, never lower a target. Never lower a target. Never lower a target. Your mom and dad would tell you to lower a target. A manager might tell you to lower a target. Be reasonable. Be reasonable with yourself. Just bring it down a little bit. No, man, criminal products are created like that. A guy sees the girl that he wants. That's the girl. She says no. He goes to another girl. Right? Gave up on his dream. If you're going to give up on your own dream, how are you going to build an organization?
Okay. I hope everybody enjoyed that from Mr. Grant Cardone, and looks like Mr. Rustin is in the house. So we're going to turn it over to you, sir, and take it away.
Billy, I appreciate that video. I mean, I go back and say the same thing. If you're not sold out on your own product, what are you doing? I mean, I remember when I was in Tishanoni and people would be like, that product sucks. Tastes like mule sweat, blah blah. And it did. Noni did not taste good. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and candy coat it. Okay. I'm saying that product when it first came out tastes like I'm talking diesel fuel with a little, prune juice in it. I mean, it was no joke. But what's crazy is I remember, going back to I started drinking the product and it wasn't good, and I got used to the taste. But then I started talking to people about it, and next thing I know, the organization and we're sharing it with everybody. But what got me with Noni was really interesting that, I have two friends that actually end up with cancer. Not that Noni would cure it, but at the end of the day, both of them recovered. And I kind of was like, I wonder if it was Noni. Now I was a distributor, I wasn't really paying attention, but long story short, when I got to where I paid attention, I think my organization was the largest I had under me was like 500,000 people. So again, going from concept to belief to practice, that's where people lose. I mean, sometimes we could be in a business, we can talk all day long, tell our friends about, movies we saw, some football game, some dunk some athlete did, or, so and so bought a new car. And it's always how we learn by telling stories. But here's the difference. No one's going to buy something from you you don't use. And even with Satoshi Mobile, our people who are doing the best are the ones using our products. Our people who are doing the best are the ones actually in the business talking to somebody about it. Not people who listen. Listeners are great. That's for the radio folks. So what I'm saying to you that if you're not busy and you got plenty of time to tell someone, well, hold on 1 second. I want to talk to you about the business. So let me look at my calendar. Now, you don't have nobody to see anyway. That is a practice lie that's been taught to us forever. Make sure you schedule it. I mean, if you have an open day and you're working a business and you have time to set an appointment, you haven't worked the business. The business worked you out of the business. And that's what happens. Look, it's 99.9%, 100% accurate. People who look busy, people who act productive, they're the ones people think, yeah, Jane over there working at the water fountain. I see her over there every 10 minutes. So think what you just said. You have time on someone's payroll to watch somebody else steal money, and yet you're judging that person because they're they're at the water fountain doing it, but you're at the desk watching. I mean, people don't think. Time, you cannot get time back. You can always make money back, but you can't get time back. And that's one thing Grant Cardone says better, and he teaches better than anybody. A lot of times I tell my friends all the time, what I do is not about me. It's not about money, not about opportunity. It's about getting in your head, getting those cobwebs out that caused you at 32 years old. Now I'll tell you a story about a guy. I'll call him a chocolate guy. So this chocolate guy, he's from Texas, 32 years old. He gets a call and his friend says, hey, what are you doing? And he says, I'm at home with my family. He says, what do you know about software? He said, and I'll say it as a Texan, he said, I don't know nothing about software. And the other person said, I don't either. But now what's interesting, the person that called that person worked 25 years for EDS and for Pro Systems. Think about this. And then Pro System, he was there for 12 years. 35 years and he couldn't use a computer, and he was an executive. Think about that for a second. See, he was bought in Ross Perot's dream, and he contributed at whatever level he did. And he used to hang out with my stepdad, so I am the chocolate person I'm talking about. And when Uncle Earl would call, you're going fishing. It was like, Uncle Earl fishing. In Dallas, he'd be like, okay, we're going to Lake Tenkiller in Oklahoma, or we're going somewhere to go fishing. but he also was a corporate executive at EDS and Pro Systems. And his secretaries for 22 years wrote all his letters, and the last 10 years did all of his emails. He couldn't use a computer if he picked it up as a sledgehammer. But he was smart enough to know that he hired people to do the things that he wasn't good at. Not that he should have learned himself, but that's the difference between delegating from an executive point of view versus an employee point of view. See, an employee point of view says, you're paying me for wage, you're paying me for an hour, and boy, when 5 o'clock comes by, how many times can I sneak to the water cooler to get 5 o'clock here faster? See, and that's why people like when Grant Cardone says, if you're at a certain age and you still are struggling, don't be pointing the fingers at things you've done. Don't point the finger at your family. Don't even point the finger at yourself. But what you do is you point the finger forward so you can change. Problem is that old crab in the bucket says everybody said they want to change may not want to change. They may scream the loudest from the hills to the valleys, but your action, what did you do today? Let me give you an example to check yourself. First thing people do in the morning is they get up, they wake up, they stretch, use the bathroom, whatever, right? But to tell yourself, and this is where you can test yourself. People who make over $100,000 a year always leave their house with their bed made up. I wonder if y'all even knew that. And let me tell you why that's a true fact. What's the first thing you learn in the military? How to make a bed up.
Make your bed up.
Isn't that interesting? Why would the military, I mean, you're supposed to go in and learn how to shoot guns in Canada, but what you do is the first thing you learn is how to make your bed up. Because how you start your day out, leaving an area you slept in for maybe 4 to 6 hours, maybe 8, is a reflection of your life. If your bed is jacked up right now, I promise you, and nobody's life is perfect, so don't take it personal, because my life's jacked up sometime too. But I guarantee you come to my house, you can drop a dime on that bed and it'll bounce. It's all about the ability to look a quarter. See, Didi, you had to go a quarter. You had to one-up me. I love you, Didi. But that's the whole point. This is where I'm teaching people like Grant Cardone does. The fundamental, it's all fundamental. There's nothing magic about making money. It's between your ears that makes money. No matter what you represent, what product you represent, you work with us, whatever. It's all about what you believe to be real versus what we call perceived. And a lot of people want to live too real and not perceive where they can be, so they're too comfortable. So I'm telling you, if you're not sold out on what you do, then you're really like running like that gerbil. You know what I'm saying? That treadmill thing. He gets up every day and he basically, I know, Miguel, it's not right. You was in 2 different branches of the military, so you can't even say, I mean, look, man, you're already sold out. So I'm saying to you, this is why it's important for you as a family or business people. Make sure that you don't present Satoshi Mobile to somebody if you're not a customer. It makes no sense. Sure, we're a free business. Don't get me wrong. We're not like these other companies where we want you to pay money up front. We constantly are changing, not because we want to. We change because if we can find something better than what we're doing, and it adds to our platform, we want to add it to our platform to enhance your life. We're not making a bunch of changes because we like changing every week. No. Today we got our first major order in our office of our mobile phones. So all of you ordered mobile phones, remember, this is how it works. You place an order. We just set up these relationships 30, 40 days ago. Now we have a pipeline that just arrived to our office to ship mobile phones out. So Mr. Barkley and all of our friends and all of you, Ron Jones, everybody that we saw that's bought mobile phones from the company, now we got our first quote official delivery. So it's important for you to understand what I'm saying. In our business, I'm not saying we're a startup, we don't know what we're doing. I've taken a company public that was a mobile phone company. Been there, done that. I mean, again, I'm saying to you that we actually got our first quote official phone delivery today. Now, what does that mean for you? That means that you're going to get your phones. But the most important thing is, it should give you more confidence. Now, I can't help with competence. That's a different conversation. But when you get the phone delivered to you this week or in the next few days, don't wait on the phones to have confidence. Some of you got emails because we try to give you an email every few days of what's going on, where our shipments are. We've got some people that we've sent mobile phones to in Canada that even came back because their post office was on strike. Crazy stuff we can't control. But that's called business. And if you let something as little as, oh my God, I didn't get my phone on time. Well, you know what? Where were you 20 years ago? And why are we not on your zone? And I'm not being mean. I'm just keeping it real. People use mobile phones. I promise you they do. And we're the only mobile phone company in the world that's giving you a free mobile phone for a $50 activation. And when you get the phone, just activate it. Isn't that crazy? You can try it before you buy it. I mean, it's unheard of. It's unprecedented. And you're the first ones here to be able to tell the story. And that's the fun part. No matter what anybody says, that we physically as a company, as a team, we don't need anything in chat, by the way. It's not customer service time. So the key is, I'm saying to you that at the end of the day, the most important thing for you to take away from what we're doing is we are shipping phones in 146 countries. Okay. And again, we just got our first initial call, our first delivery. So again, when you're in a business and you're putting things together and you're rolling forward, let me tell you the difference between success and failure. Failure is when you look too close for things that you don't need in a business. You need basic gas to run a car. You need some brakes. You need a seat. You need a steering wheel. So as we put this together, does that mean we're ready to get on the Autobahn and race another business? No. We may just be putting the back seat belts in. But here's the deal, but we're still going somewhere. That's the difference between success in your mind and failure. Because people who need the car completely assembled, maybe get to smell that fine Corinthian leather. No, that's something that's built up and running. We're in the process of getting there. And if you don't have patience, then you might need to wait. Because this is still a startup company. A lot of people say, I love what you do, and I love y'all's deal, and I love this, but we're still a startup company. So when you come here asking for things that aren't ready or we haven't got to, that doesn't mean we're ignoring them. It's just that's how you run a business. You cannot buy a franchise, then rent a building, and the next day open. It doesn't work that way. But an employee-minded person, see, they show up when everything's perfect, and they go, oh, I want to get a job here. I want to do this business opportunity. Because why? You weren't there when they were trying to put the tile in the floor and the grout and put a wall together. No. Those people who are there early are the ones that appreciate it the most, not the Johnny-come-latelys that see when Satoshi Mobile hits 1 million customers. I promise you this. People will come in and go, wow, this is great. I like this. And that's great too. But guess what? Where were you, not being disrespectful, when we're getting everything together? Where were you today? Today marks a very pivotal day. A pivotal day in the sense that we just got our shipment of phones in. Now, you may want to high five yourself for whatever you want to do if you've been here since the start. You know what that means? We can ship phones to 146 countries. But we were able to do that weeks ago. But now it's real. The phones are in the office in Orange County. And guess what? We got another couple hundred coming. So here's the thing I want you to remember. Grant Cardone is right. No one's going to trust you, believe you, and do business with you if you're not a product of the product. It doesn't matter. People only want to do business with people who believe and use what they're promoting. And that will never change. I'm serious. All the way to Armageddon, that ain't going to change. So let's talk about what we're here for tonight. Because again, Grant motivates me. I hear that and I'm like, you know what? I got to make sure our people are listening to what he's saying because it's true. No one's going to buy from you if you can't show you use the product. That's crazy. So today what we're going to talk about is everybody on the call. I need everybody to be on the website tonight, today, right now. We're giving 1,000 of our symbol tokens away today for everybody who activates a Satoshi Paycard. And here's what I'm going to say to you. And this is the bet. This is the rub. When you click on this, we're using Spritz Finance. one of our leaders has taught me to use this, and I'm saying to you that I need, and I'm going to be selfish when I make this statement. If you're on this call, you need to go to the website, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Even I can spell Paycard, Paycard. Let me make sure you're on the right website. So our Zoom tonight is all about everybody here that signs up for Spritz tonight and get KYC. We're sending you 1,000 of our symbol tokens. Okay? Now, some of you may say, well, what's up with the tokens? Because some of you may be new. So let's just talk about this. Symbol coins, not tokens, they own Satoshi Mobile. So basically, when you go here and you look up some of the stuff about our actual tokens, it's trying to get me to buy them. So the key is that when you look at this, is our token platform. In fact, I'll tell you what, we got a better view whenever I go to SMBL coin, that way you know the thing.com. So I'm going to show you not from here, but SMBLEcoin.com. So the key for us is that we want you to use our pay card. We're going to be December. We're going to be using this pay card exclusively. So if you don't have this card, I know we're doing manual payments with USDT and all that stuff right now, but you really need the card because when we pay you specifically, and please have a Phantom wallet. So we'll send that out in email too, so you can sign up for Phantom. But why would you want to have this coin? What's so special about this coin? Well, this is our business plan in a video series. So play it real quick.
The global eSIM market is experiencing unprecedented growth, from $10 billion in 2024 to over $30 billion by 2030. This represents one of the fastest growing sectors in telecommunications. By the end of this decade, 76% of all smartphone connections will utilize eSIM technology. The revolution in mobile connectivity is not coming. It is already here.
So again, when you go to symbol coin, SMBLE coin, you can watch this. This is our whole business plan. So if you know somebody that doesn't know the business model of Satoshi Mobile, then you probably want to send them to here to look at the plan. But our focus tonight is everybody sign up in Satoshi Mobile. So you can go to here to symbolcoin.com and look at the whole business plan. But our focus tonight is we need everybody signed up for, and it's 100% free. So what I'm saying to you is that, oh, I didn't show you the tree, so sorry about that. That's me getting excited. So what happens is, why would you want to own this coin? Let's talk about it. The coin itself owns a DAO. Satoshi Mobile is a Hawaiian Kingdom company. So we're incorporated in the Hawaiian Kingdom. And basically, if we give away 1 million phones, then our goal in 2028 is to do 400 million a month. Worst case scenario, by 2030, if Satoshi Mobile hadn't been bought, $800 million a month. But again, the growth in the SIM card industry is 31. Think of that. That's crazy to be in an industry with 31.4% growth. And last year, the SIM card industry did $989 million. This year, it did $2.1 billion. So wouldn't you want to be in a business where you're ahead of that kind of growth? And next year, they're expecting, right now, there's 8% to 9% penetration for eSIMs being used on mobile phones. So next year, they're going to expect it to hit about 30%. I mean, if you really think about Satoshi Mobile's in front of a $31.8 billion industry, and this year it just hit over $2 billion. But what's crazy, last year, now this sounds horrible, last year it only did 989 million. That's a lot. But 2.1 billion this year, that's pretty serious. So again, why be a part of our ecosystem? Well, this is important to show because again, this is not investment advice. This is not a solicitation for investment. We're just sharing information. So the benefit is when you look at our symbol, look, even Bitcoin doesn't look like this right now. And I'm not saying that we're, bigger than Bitcoin, but at the end of the day, if you look at this from a business person's mindset, then you're looking at our candle right now. And that is, I'll say it this way, that's not so bad for a no-name coin. I mean, look at documentation. I mean, come on, y'all. I didn't make this up. We had a dip here. Great. All coins dip. But look at this. Remember that old thing you learned in business? When something hits the bell curve, then it's expected to hit exponential growth. Now, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I will go ahead and pull up something that I want you to compare and make sure I'm not lying and make sure that you understand that this is just information, not solicitation. And I want you to say to yourself, is that man nuts? He probably is. But the point is that when you learn that the business growth, the bell curves apply to various ways, most notably through performance management and technology adoption. Didn't we just talk about last year, eSIMs at 989 million. This year they did 2.1 billion. I think that's an interesting bell curve. And what's interesting about our coin, and again, look at this, the bell curve. And when you go back and you look at this, that's a curve. When you go back and look at that, that's a curve. See, it may go down over time, but the people who make the most money in any industry is on this side of the bell. Not the part where it goes down, but on this side of the bell. So I'm not telling you anything about price of our coin. I'm just teaching you a basic fundamental business course on are we expecting and will we hit a bell curve? Yes, we will. And the crazy thing about a bell curve is exponential growth. So again, exponential growth is coming for Satoshi Mobile's coin. And what's funny is the coin owns Satoshi Mobile. So if you're on this call, our job tonight is to make sure you understand that we're going to give away our symbol coins, 1,000 of them, to everybody who registers and sends to Satoshi Mobile on the support account, support@satoshimobile.io. So all you do is you go to the website, and again, you saw that coin that owns this platform is now really charting, but it hadn't done anything yet because we are going on the Wix and on some more exchanges, and they're going to be our liquidity fund manager outside of everything bought on the site. So again, I want everybody to understand this call is about go right now, if you can, without leaving the Zoom, or make a mental note that when the Zoom's over, that you need to go and physically sign up for a free card. Now let's click on it. Let's see where we go. We talk about Spritz Finance. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Why? Been in crypto since 1997 with DigiGold and eGold, Solid Trust Pay, Alert Pay, and Payza. That kind of dates me. Even Coastal back in the day. And I pay out with Tony and the guys helping start that. Again, been around for a minute with crypto. But when it comes to simplicity, I love this Spritz platform. And again, the card program is live. Let me say it to you in English. It's live. The key is that this card program's live. It's no money out of your pocket either. You go to satoshimobile.net, sign up for this card, show that you did your verification, send the verification to support@satoshimobile.io. We'll send you 1,000. You got to give us the Solano address too. We'll send you 1,000 of the symbol coins. You didn't spend any money to get on here. We didn't tell you to invest. We just said when you go here, you register and go through your KYC takes 5 minutes because they just want put your ID both back and side, blah blah blah. Then they'll do the left right thing and you're done. So I'm saying to you that also once you make a deposit, let me tell you a secret about your deposit. Every time we pay you, your funds are going into this account. So you can even buy crypto back here. For those back here that need to buy some Polygon, Avalanche, Arboretum, or Solano, Ethereum, or whatever, you can buy back here the actual crypto. You can pay with an ACH or you can pay with a wire. If you wire at 1%, $20 service fee. Got to remember that. But there's no limits. I can put right here. This is why I love this platform. Not that I'm going to do this, but I'm just going to show you. I want to buy $1 million worth of crypto. You know what you can do? You go hit that wire. and it tells you how much you're going to get. This is crazy, but it's real. So again, look at this, and it tells you to generate instruction. Now, again, I don't have a wallet here because I'm doing a demo. I love this because everybody out here looking to buy crypto, and think about it, every time you earn a commission from our company, if you say, which we're going to give you the choice for the next 24 hours, we're already paying some people in Solana, by the way, but a lot of people like USDT. So again, it's not here, but we can see this right here. We can hook you up. We know somebody. So the key is that whatever wallet or whatever you're using back here, I love this platform. We're going to give you equity. And when you get the symbol coins, these are equity coins. You're not getting some coin that's just a coin. Every purchase on the actual website of Satoshi Mobile puts a amount of money into our Solana reserve to back the token. Plus, what we're starting to do, and this is being transparent as a company, because we know nobody owns all the coins on Symbol. You cannot buy, I programmed it, I know. You can't buy more than $5,000 worth of Symbol coins, which means no whale can come in and buy this from you. I want to make sure you understand what I just said. I've been programming crypto since 1996. The way I program Symbol coin is so that no whale can come in and take 10, 20, 100, $1 million worth of coins. It's programmed. You can't do it. The maximum anybody can buy is $5,000 worth. That makes this the people's company. It makes it where no whale can come and dictate the coins market. No whale can come and tell you what to do in the DAO when it comes to voting rights. This is the people's mobile phone data company. And today, all we're asking you tonight is go to Satoshi Mobile. It's going to ask you to create an account and sign up. Then it's going to ask you to get verified. So once you get verified, this is the part that you send to us through the support at satoshimobile.io. And then you send us your Solana wallet. And then we send you 1,000 Symbol coins. That's it. That's what this whole call is about. satoshimobile.net. Sign up for free. Get verified. Copy your verification. Send it with a Solana address. We're paying you to do this, and you're not paying anything out of your pocket. You just saw the bell curve on Satoshi Mobile's coin. I didn't make that up. That's live. In fact, I'll go a step further. I just forgot about something I wanted to show you because I'm getting to that age where I got to keep myself in check. So I'm going to show you something. This is something that, again, people keep asking that same question. They're like, look, let me show you this. It's important too. And I just realized I did not do that. And I'm just doing this for the people who aren't new here, who haven't been keeping up. So someone asked you a question. What's going on with this coin? And I get that email all the time. Okay. So when someone says, well, yeah, your coin is going parabolic, it's going through the roof. It's not my coin. Yeah, our members own more coins than I do, and I created the program. So I'm saying to you that it's important for you to understand this part down here I didn't show, and I apologize. But again, not the lifestyle. So what I want to do is the tokenomics side. So again, when you go here, let's go back home all the way. So you go here. This is important. I'm pulling this for a reason. 97% of the coins, the DAO ownership represents 97% of 1 billion coins. That means nobody owns this but coin holders. And when you say, this is what I love right here. I always show this to some of the guys that, like, well, is it legit? Well, let's see what the trading's going on right now. Let's take a second before we close and see if Mr. Rustin is trading this with his magic voodoo fingers. Is this real trade? Well, last time I checked, when something says buy and something says sell, there's somebody doing something. And again, not to be goofy, but we're giving you, I'm going to choke on this. It's funny. We're giving you really a real coin. So a lot of times people are like, that old fake coin. No, you can go here and watch this all day and smell. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 buys, 5 buys, and 2 sells. So is it live? It's live as garlic in the middle of a, spaghetti plate. So I'm saying to you, if you don't trust what I'm telling, go just watch this. So why would you want a token that you can trade? It makes business sense. So again, why would you not want to have the ability for us to pay you and have your payroll or your commission go directly on a crypto? So again, once you line up and you're in here, you got your card, an off ramp. You can do bill pay. You can pay your mobile phone bill, the monthly payment. You can buy crypto. You can create an address of accounts you need to pay, and it also has a referral program. So again, once you're in here, we want you to make money on all your family members that you put on here. So what am I doing again? Trying to make you some money. So again, you'll have a back office where you can see every time, if you're a leader, anybody on your team gets paid a commission. If you enroll your people under your enrollment link, then guess what? You're double dipping. You're getting paid from Satoshi Mobile for whatever they sold or buying or whatever service they're on. Plus, you're getting paid on them buying crypto. You're getting paid on them, getting their commission or their USDT or Polygon or Solana commission every Friday. So you're triple dipping. But you can also take your link and send it to other people who are not in Satoshi Mobile. So it's very important today. Everybody on the Zoom, if you have not done it yet, take a moment and think about this website. Come in the big, come to the light or look at the window, the mirror, whatever. SatoshiMobile.net. I'm going to say it again. SatoshiMobile.net. Sign up, activate your Spritz account, and what we're going to do is basically pay you what you saw. Again, just to remind you, let's see if he's telling the truth. Is Mr. Rustin just blowing smoke? Is this real? Is it going on? Is that real? Look, where's his hands? No hands. I'm doing it with my mind. It's magic. No, I'm playing. These are really traders and bots trading our coins. So again, I just appreciate y'all letting me present. But the most important thing I want you to take away is that you got the greatest mobile phone business in the world. And either we can do something with it or do like a lot of people and just say, yeah, I was there, but it really, I didn't understand. Well, here's the goofy part. I'm not trying to income guarantee, but if you use a phone, every time I move my phone, I get paid because I'm using the MoveQuest app. I mean, who tells you how to use a phone to get paid for just moving it? Or if you buy a phone on our website right now, we pay $100 into a trading account for you. We make sure that you literally, and what you're going to see on Friday, I'm going to give you a clue. If you're on this call right now on Friday, when people buy, this is what I'm going to say. When people buy into one of the mobile phones like the $399 or the $599, we're going to give everybody, and again, this is for Black Friday only, we're going to get everybody the opportunity to get two phones for one, and they still will get $100 deposited into their Wix account or into a trading account. We have another trading program too coming on, but I don't want to get into that now. But the bottom line is, I don't know any phone company that can compare to Satoshi Mobile. We can save 50% on your mobile phone bill right now, today, in 146 countries. Unlimited data, not where every month at the end of the month you get this thing saying, you're running out of data, throttle. That makes no sense. Why would you pay for a phone service that says unlimited, and every month before your bills due, they're saying that you reach your data capacity? Now, I'm not the smartest pickle in a pickle barrel, but I'm smart enough to know that if I'm paying for unlimited, it means unlimited. And again, we've got a lot of people that are in our business now that are coming to our Zooms, but they're coming alone. And that's weird because everybody's mobile phone in America, they say, has at least an average of 200 people. So if you look at this general Zoom at 24 people right now, and you multiply 24 times 10, I'll teach you basic math. I did learn this. 24 times 10 is 240. Then you double it to figure out how many people should be on the call. 480 people, if everybody showed up. But that's the whole point about our business. I look at the numbers. I always ask a simple question. Who did you tell about Satoshi Mobile today? Because like Grant Cardone says, no one's going to buy from you if you're not using the product. they're not going to trust you. And if someone tells you, well, I can't afford free, boy, you need to run away from that person. I mean, run, Forrest, run. Somebody that won't trust you enough to sign up in a free program should not be on your mobile phone as a friend or even family. Somebody who won't sign up in a free program to give away mobile phones that doesn't trust you enough should not be on your phone, period. Because even if you are a user of our product, no matter what your history is with people, you can't live in the past. So if someone doesn't trust you enough to sign up for a free program, they don't need to be on your phone. And that's not personal advice, it's not spiritual advice. It's just common sense. Art Williams said in closing, common sense is not common. And if you can't name 6 people right now that will carry your casket to the grave, then you're not alive. Art Williams 101. I want you to do that after you get off this call tonight. I want you to get signed up with Spritz. It's free, but I want you to take a piece of paper out and I'll make you a deal. If you sign up in Spritz tonight and you send me, I don't care if you snapshot it with your phone, just 6 names. I don't need last names. You send me 6 people that you trust that take your coffin to the grave. If I see those 6 people sign up tonight in the system, I'll double your actual coins. I'll give you an extra $1,000, extra 1,000 coins. Because why? This is not a business to be curious about. You have to be serious about. You're getting 1,000 of the coins tonight for signing for some for free. Take you 5 minutes. And I'm challenging you to give me 6 names. I don't need the last name. Just 6 names of people like John, Jerry, and don't lie because guys see what you're doing. And I know none of you would do that. But the key is 6 names. But I want to see if those 6 names are in the back office. If I see, and I'll check your account, trust me, the 6 names, not knowing the last names, so I'll know them once they're in, then I'll throw you another 1,000 of the coins. Because what did Mr. Garcia say on the call? If we keep doing what we're doing, and this ends up at a $150 coin, and you didn't even get them for free, now you got to come back and buy them because you sat sideline, you didn't buy product. Every product on the website gives you free coins. You're not buying coins from us. We give them free. But I want to see those 6 names. And if I look in your genealogy tree, I'll even make you a deal. I'll tell you, I'll up it. Sign up in the Spritz thing tonight, okay? Send that in. That's your 1,000 simple coins. If I see you send me 5 names, photo, write it down on a piece of paper, take a picture, send it to customer service. If those people show up this is Black Friday, okay, week. If those 6 people show up, and don't be faking it, don't go make no Yahoo or Google Plus accounts. I'll smell through that as fast as a dog trying to get some food at a chicken store. So what you do is get me 6 names, and I'll give you 5,000 of the symbol coins. I think that's a good deal. You sign up in the card for free. Send that to customer service at support@satoshimobile.io. If you want to take my challenge, 6 names, and if I look in the back office next 24 hours, I'll give you between now and Friday. I'll make it cool. Between now and Friday, your 6 people are in for free, nothing out of their pocket. I'm going to require them to have a little Spritz account, though. You got to do a little work. The point is, I'll give you 5,000 symbol tokens because I don't know if y'all realize the magnitude. If you can't name 6 people that can take your coffin in the grave now, you're in trouble. It doesn't matter if you're 18 years old or 80. That is a bad situation. So I'm trying to bring you into a good situation. Make that call to those 6 people. Say, look, Mr. Russell said, and I got to ask you a question. If I died right now, would you carry my coffin to the grave? They're like, no, man, you know I got a bad back. Well, you know it's scratch. That's a joke. So please, thank you so much for letting me present tonight. You know, I love what I do, but I love seeing success from all of you and seeing your life change. Because whether you do it here with Satoshi Mobile or you take what I teach and you go somewhere else, at least I'm a part of your life, directly or indirectly. So again, get signed up with Spritz, satoshimobile.net. Find your 6 people. I don't need the last name. Take a picture, send it to the email. If I look in the back office this week and I see those 6 names I saw in your email, I'll get you 5,000 more symbol coins. So thank you for letting me present. Billy, back to you because you the man and our international distributors. Thank you so much.